tells me how much salt it wants.
Okay. All right. We are doing a test of my interviewing skills. I have to get closer to you. Yes, we have to be close together.
Oh, sorry.
This is what we need to know. So Miss Tiffany,
Yes.
I'm interviewing you as you make our lunch.
That's right. Very exciting.
It's very exciting.
I'm actually just finishing up the last batch of shrimp. You always want to do shrimp in batches, as you know, so we don't overcrowd the pan and just end up steaming everything instead of searing anything.
And we don't want to overcook the shrimp.
Nothing worse than overcooked shrimp.
So I know this salad that you're making today is your creation.
Yes.
Can you tell us what's the special secret dressing that you make that makes it so delicious?
The secret is to cook down some really nice bacon, just throw it in the oven, don't have to worry about it, and save the bacon fat. So what I actually do to start is, I've got some minced shallots here. I'd probably use about, well, there's 3 of us eating. I'll use like 3 tablespoons or so shallots.
I love shallots. Shallots are part of the onion family, aren't they?
Yeah, it's like a garlic and an onion go frisky.
Yes. Oh my.
Well,
Frisky.
lunch just took a weird turn.
That's all right.
I'm just giving these guys a flip so we get
Beautiful.
cooking.
You've got shrimp, bacon, mushrooms,
So
your dressing.
While it's cooking, Miss Cindy actually sauteed off some gorgeous mushrooms we just quartered, just so we have a little bit of texture. And I'm actually just putting about, let's say, a couple teaspoons, maybe a tablespoon of this wonderful Pinot Grigio vinegar.
Got it.
And
So your acid is, this is the vinegar, is the Pinot Grigio.
in the dressing. And I like to just let the shallots hang out in it for a minute.
All right.
Just to kind of take that bite out that you get when you use raw onion or raw shallots. I've tried cooking this too a little bit, and I kind of like the bite more when it's a little raw.
Okay.
And we're serving it over spinach, and of course we've got our cooked bacon that's just roughly chopped up.
All right. So are you going to finish the dressing after you've marinated your shallots for a little bit? Are you going to use the bacon fat as the oil?
I am. And if you're making more dressing and feel like the bacon fat's getting a little heavy, you can always use like 2 tablespoons of bacon fat and then just add a little more olive oil to get the right consistency.
I get it. You're using that for the flavor.
Absolutely.
My mother, honey, my mother and my grandmother always had the coffee can with bacon fat right above the stove or under the sink. When I look back now, it kind of makes me nervous because it was never refrigerated. They kept it and it just solidified again in a coffee can, and my mother used it for everything.
You know, my mom says that to me all the time still. I always whine about her things that are sitting out on the counter, and she's like, well, you grew up big enough, didn't you? You're still kicking. You know what, I did forget one thing. Let me grab the mustard.
All right. Lovely. Well, this is our lunch today, and aren't we the luckiest people ever? And we're going to have to build one pretty plate just for the camera for our cinematographer.
And what is this exactly? We didn't say exactly what this is.
Well, it's a warm shrimp and bacon spinach salad with, but the real trick to this, which Tiff's made for us before, I think is the shallot dressing.
And mushrooms.
And mushrooms.
And mushrooms.
Gorgeous.
And if you wanted to, you know, throw a poached egg or a hard-boiled egg or just a little more protein in there. So these have been hanging out for a few minutes. I'm just going to add about a teaspoon.
And when you say that, Tiff, I also know you could put some diced chicken in here too that would be as delicious as the shrimp. We're lucky to have shrimp.
That's right.
Eating high on the shrimp today.
So the mustard just helps it emulsify once we get some oil in here. I'm going to actually, before we add oil, just put a little bit of salt. Not much because, you know, bacon's salty.
Yes.
The bacon fat carries some of that. A little fresh cracked pepper, because that's always awesome on a salad. And we'll add more later. So what we'll do is kind of mush everything together. And it's kind of weird at first when you're whisking with chunks of things in your dressing, but you'll get over it and it tastes really good.
Like so many things in life, you
So
just
many
have
things.
to get over it.
So start with about a tablespoon.
Gorgeous. I get it.
And just kind of mix it till you don't see the little chunks of of mustard anymore.
I'm going to say one thing, girls, and this is just a plug for us because no one will ever see this video, most likely. That's that Farmer
we should
John.
put this on our blog.
Oh, we can. When Cindy's going to work her magic. She's Federico Fellini, going to be the director / editor / creator. This is the Farmer John's bacon.
It's delicious.
It's delicious.
It is. So I'm just going to add a little
It
more
tastes
bacon.
really like bacon. You know how sometimes... That's delicious. I'm impressed
I
with how
wanted to
good-
say stop eating our prop food, but this is our lunch.
So that's pretty
Gorgeous.
close. So what I like to do to taste dressings is just take a little bit of the greens that I'm
Absolutely.
going to end up serving it on. Let's see. I amaze myself. Denise.
When the chef is happy, everyone's happy. That's how that works.
Try that out.
Delicious.
A
Definitely
little
it's delicious. It's
The
perfect.
bacon.
And I taste a little bit of the mustard, and I love Dijon mustard in a dressing.
So that is lovely.
Honey, that's pretty damn delicious.
And what we're going to do is just pour it right over
Okay.
our
I've got
greens.
clean tongs here for you when you want to toss.
And it does look a little chunky, but as you toss it, of course, the chunky's from the bacon fat getting
Yeah.
cooler, but so worth it. These
So worth it.
are the days of our lives.
We're lucky.
Can't complain.
Our lives are restless. Yesterday we had fajitas for lunch, and now today we're having shrimp spinach salad. We lucky,
We are.
for crying out loud.
Can't
That we
complain.
can use lunch as an excuse for working?
That's exactly.
That's awesome.
Hey,
Well,
hey,
you know what?
we worked hard on this
I
lunch.
will say this.
Yes, we did.
We eat a lot of salads, and Tiffany's kind of perfected this one. Do you know what I mean? I love to eat. I love spinach cooked, and I love it raw. And of course, hands down, it's a great thing for you. And then when we have the protein, and if we eat a little piece of bread with you guys, when I eat lunch with you like this, I don't eat dinner later. And I'm not trying to skip meals. I'm just saying I'm still full and happy because I ate a really great lunch. There's something to be said for that.
Can you smell it? I just
Absolutely.
tossed in those warm mushrooms, and that kind of
Slightly warm is also lovely.
just barely. You don't want to put them in hot because then your
This
spinach will
is
wilt. But
a luncheon salad, you guys. I'd also see this for a Mother's Day salad. I see this for, you know what I mean? When we just got off from Skyping from our new best friend. When he comes for lunch, this is what we should make him. This is lovely. This is lovely. Yeah.
I feel like it needs to look pretty.
It does, but Cindy's going to take a beauty shot. Now, you know what? We didn't get Butter, Peanut, or Duffy in our Skype.
Oh no, we did.
We were too busy.
Well, Duffy kind of jumped up on me
Oh,
for a second, so maybe he got a little hello.
Yeah.
We're gonna do that. We're gonna put some beautiful big old shrimp right here. You know, sometimes we get that really nice Greek feta would go great with this.
you've done that.
Creamy, creamy.
Sometimes, Tiffany, when Cindy and I've gone someplace without you, and you're holding down the farm, especially when we're at the fat farm, when we go and teach at the, we won't mention the name, it's a gorgeous resort, but they give us little teeny portions. Little teeny portions. All I ever think about is lunch that you've made. Cindy knows, I'll say, I wish we were having one of Tiffany's chicken sandwiches. I wish we were having one of Tiffany's big salad. That is so pretty, Tiffany. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, and a little feta cheese wouldn't hurt, would it? All right.
I think we can take a couple
Okay,
bites
we're going
of
to take
this.
a couple of bites of this.
I think Cindy's gonna freak out if she can't take a bite. Put down the camera
Oh.
to take a bite soon.
Oh, who says I'm going to put down the camera? I'm going to come right over there.
Thank you, Miss Cindy.
You're welcome. Okay.
Thanks.
I can cut this part out if I want to, but
Yeah. I just wanted to see if the sound is pretty good. There's absolutely no reason not to do that. There's absolutely no reason.
delicious.